First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, not only to support everybody who's received awards tonight, but also to support us as seniors, who this is our last hurrah in the FFA. You know, when I started at FFA, I wasn't really sure where this path was going to take me. I was in Mr. McCrory's class. Me and Mr. McCrory, my freshman year, we butted heads, and he'll admit to that too. We weren't huge fans of each other. But throughout my years in high school, me and him have come to respect each other a lot more and realize that how much we can actually do for each other. Later on, I moved, after my freshman year, Mr. Doyle Justice retired from being an ag teacher at the high school. This got me excited. I thought, great, Mr. Calvin's going to be my teacher in ag science too. Little did I know, Mr. McCrory moved to the high school. Me and Mr. McCrory, we continued to butt heads. We went back and forth, but later on in my junior year, I realized that there's a lot that can be taken from his knowledge and advice. So Mr. McCrory, I want to say thank you to you especially for pushing me and forcing me to do things that I probably never would have done. This year especially, I've gotten the chance to work with many different people from our FFA chapter. One class that I'd like to point out especially would be Miss Utterback's 5th block Gold Day class. It's a class of sophomores. Now my 5th block Gold Day is Ag Co-op. So for those of you that don't know, Ag Co-op is a class where you turn in your record book every month and you go home. That's it. It's like flex, it's like PM release. You don't really have to do anything. But I made it my obligation to myself and my goal for the future that I was going to make an impact on the Troy FFA. And by doing so, I was going to affect the younger underclassmen. You know, this jacket that I'm wearing right now, me and this jacket have a lot of memories. Believe it or not, this is the same jacket that I've worn since my first day of freshman year, when I got up in the middle of Mr. McCrory's class and recited my FFA creed to obtain a free jacket. So, in closing, I would like to thank the advisors, Mr. Calvin, Miss Utterback, Mr. McCrory, and even Miss Jana Flynn in the middle school. You guys have done so much for me that I can never, ever repay you. I'd also like to thank the other 10 members of our officer team. You know, without you guys being there by my side throughout senior year, I don't know how I would have looked at this year, especially being an officer in the Troy FFA. And lastly, I want to thank my parents. Without you and Dustin pushing me to be the best that I could be in FFA, I wouldn't be standing here right now giving my retirement address of being an officer in the greatest nation in Missouri, or the greatest chapter in the nation. Thank you.